Let's see. It's telling me all kinds of things. Hi, Liz. Hello, it is my friend. And I can't wait to see you in person. I'm going to give you a really giant hug. I hope you're a hugger. If not, I will restrain myself, but I'm a hugger. Let's see. I'm learning. It is, Liz, I'm already sweating. I have the fan on. Hopefully it's not drowning in the background. And I had to change clothes before this started because it was too hot. I was wearing long sleeves and it was the worst. Yay, you're a hugger! Well, we're awesome. I mean, that's pretty much all there is to Adeline. I know a lot of North Florida girls, and whether you're born here or you just choose to live here, you're awesome. I don't know. I know a lot of Southern introverts. In fact, most of my friends are introverted to the point of never seeing them, which is a bummer if you like them. And I do. So I'm excited for Liz because Liz goes out and does things, and I'm a getter, outer, doer myself. Oh my gosh. I'm a little bit nervous. I'm really surprised. I've done so many like on-air interviews and on radio interviews. I was like, oh, this is nothing. And now I'm here and I'm like a little, I just want to do good for everybody. Hi, Courtney. I know. I get to see my introvert friends like twice a year. That's about it, if I'm lucky. Although I did get to see a lot of them for Valentine's Day. I hosted a waffle party, and they came because it turns out introverts will show up for waffles. So, hi, Hane. I loved your video yesterday. I'm sorry I couldn't be there live, but I was putting down my daughter, and that's always longer process than I expect it to be. Well, he is vacuuming, so you can't complain. Hi, Madeline. Oh, I'm so excited. Courtney, I know. I, like, twice a day just, like, sigh heavily, and my daughter's like, what's wrong? I'm like, nothing's wrong. I just really want to be in the same place as all these wonderful SBers. Yep, waffles. Leslie Knope all the way. Okay, well, we have 6 people. Adeline, should I wait a minute or two more before I start? I know it's mostly current reviewers and past reviewers. Yeah. Hey, and I loved your picture of your lunch. Well, I'm assuming it was lunch. Your meal before the plane. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and start, and hopefully other people will join us. Hi, Nina. Yes. See, I just have to say the word waffles and people will join us. Liz, you should totally make that shirt. I know a lot of introverts who would wear it. So, hi, everybody. Thanks for joining me tonight. My name is Cristin Burns, and I am going to be a spring box reviewer. So I'm supposed to tell you some things about myself, and I was trying to prep some today without like being overly prepared, and it's hard to talk about myself. I'll be 40 this year, which it feels big, in a good way, not in a bad way, but in a good way, in an adult way. I have a daughter who's 3. Her name is Fiona, and she's pretty much awesome. She luckily has embraced everything I've wanted to share with her, like my love of books and my love of the beach and my love of scatological humor, which I didn't have to teach her. She just like was born with that. And so I spend most of my time with her. I spent 19 years working with our local food co-op, and that was my career, and I intended that to be my career forever. And then a lot of things happened, and now I'm starting a new career with public radio. So I am now working with major donors. Oh, I see new people joining us. Hi, Ellen. Oh, and my sister's here. Hi, Caitlin. So I'm starting that, and it's exciting and new and challenging, and I love all those things, and I hopefully can make a big difference. What else about me? Born and raised here in North Florida, which makes me pretty unique for this town. There's a lot of people who plant themselves here. I've chosen to stay. I go here and there, but I went to school here, and I come back, and it's just beautiful. Hi, Sister Face. I will not sing you the song from White Christmas right now. Oh, Adeline, that's sweet. Well, my sister and I actually always go on the radio for Pledge Drive here, and we like to play a game called Guess Who's Talking, because our voices are identical, and it sounds like someone who has multiple personalities is having a chat with themselves, so it's pretty entertaining. What makes me tick and why? That's question number 2 I'm supposed to answer. If I had to pick 2 things, it'd be family/friends, because some friends are family and my family are my friends, and food. And often hanging out with one equals the other. Sorry, Alan, you're gonna want waffles. There's just no way around it. Oh, Madeline, I'm so glad to hear that you support NPR. And maple syrup and whipped cream. Well, Nina, duh. Like, that's the whole point. It's just, I mean, they're nice and all, but they're the vehicle for everything else. But if I was to expand what makes me tick in a broader sense, having a community, being a part of community and community building is really important to me. It's a lot of what I did for the co-op, and the shirt I was wearing before I decided to change says farm raised on it, because one of the things I did was I created a farm tour for all of our local farms here, and it grew from a tiny little bitty farm to, a tour to a giant tour that I was actually presenting on a national level. And so I'm really passionate about local community, locally made products, small products, or artisanal products. So obviously I was attracted to SB. Yes, and now I'm in like the best community ever, so I could not be happier. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to be a reviewer, was to give back and participate in a community that is so, for lack of a less dorky term, life-giving. Like, I just really feel moved by this group. I also deeply love books. I'm an English lit grad, and so big book lover here, and my daughter started to make literary references to describe how she's feeling, and that makes me cry. I just and travel. I'm a big traveler. I love traveling. So that's the why. Oh, thank you guys. I'm getting so many hearts. Caitlin, don't make me cry. More like there's anyone in our group who doesn't love books. Well, they better, because they're awesome. Okay. I'm also a very fast talker, and oh, Courtney, English lit. Yes. Like, none of us actually teach it. I shouldn't say none. There's a few out there who do it. Hayne, when you were doing your live, I was so connected to what you were saying about going to the farmer's market and having those conversations and understanding where your products are coming from and why those people are making those products. Because it's the why that's going to tell you if they're going to stay dedicated to the quality and their craft. I push a lever to make your product is not, they don't give a shit. You know what just occurred to me? Am I allowed to curse on this? I didn't think to ask, so if the answer is no, sorry, and I won't do it again. Hi, Katie, welcome. Thanks for joining us. I used to be terrible about cursing, but I have gotten a lot better since my daughter learned to repeat things, so. Hi, Amy, thanks for joining us. Oh, I'm allowed to curse, yay! Okay. I'm going to move on to skin type and climate. I'm a little bit of everything. My skin changed dramatically after I had my daughter. I used to have pretty standard, no, I shouldn't say standard. I used to have actually really, really nice skin with very small pores, infrequent blemishes, and I didn't have any dark spots. And then I was blessed with my daughter, and I was also blessed at the same time with multiple dark spots on both sides of my face. I don't know if you can tell. There's one right here. There's another one right here I'm working on. I also have some scars. There's some acne scars up here. And then I have stitches scars right there when a friend of mine dropped a giant cast iron grill on my face by accident. But Glow was working wonders. Madeline's laughing at me. Hi, Ellen. Yes, I have to put myself on probation for cursing. Skin. I tend to be a little bit dry here. I have a lot of blackheads on my chin. Oily, T-zone. I got a little bit of everything. Of course, as you can see, I've got some not so fine lines coming up around here. But it's because I laugh, and that's good. Hi, Katie. I think I said hi, maybe not. Hi, Debbie. Quinn, so glad you made it. How does someone drop a cast iron grill on you? I'll tell the story. You know those giant barrel barbecue grills that like you haul behind a car? We were setting up for an event and the lids were up and locked in place. And my friend was pouring out charcoal in it and I was leaning in, spreading out charcoal. And the process of wiggling things, it came unlocked and the lid went so it was by accident. I came to realize like 10 years later that there was a rumor going around that we were having a fight and she was intentionally did it to me, which is hysterical because she's one of my closest friends. And the fact that anyone thought that we were brawling via charcoal grill is hysterical. What do I use on my eyes for lines? I use a lot, well, nothing special right now because the anti-aging eye gel actually caused me to break out pretty significantly. So, and it irritated my eyes. When I woke up in the morning, my eyes were red. So right now it's just I'm using my regular routine and it all goes, you know, a safe distance around my eyes. It is Nancy Kerrigan all over again. Hi, Natalie. No sorries necessary. Climate, so we're in North Florida, so it's mostly a swamp, sweaty armpit of grossness. It's beautiful to look at. That's why I live here, and I like to be outdoors, but it's also sweaty and moldy and polleny, and it's already 80 degrees today. My brother's getting married next week, and we all bought clothes for the winter, and it's going to be 80, so we'll see. But high humidity, and because I have naturally oily skin, I do find I have a hard time using more than a few layers. I've already had to switch my winter routine up. It's too much already, so I've had to pull back. Excuse me, I'm talking too fast, and I'll have to take a bit of a drink. Oh, bye, Hayne. Glad you were here. Okay. Favorite sabbatical beauty and why? This is like an impossible question. It's the Sophie's choice. And Adeline, I don't appreciate you asking it of us. But I did think about it. And if I was on an island and I could only have a few... Katie, I'm drinking Bellini from Trader Joe's. It's delicious. And I put a lot in that cup. Yeah, I know it's, Debbie, I know it's not nice of me to complain about the weather when people are still bundled under a million layers, but I'm gonna do it anyways, sorry. My 3 faves. Holy Lotus, and there's a story that goes with it. Can you see? No, you can't. There we go. This stuff is my favorite smell in the entire world. And before SB, I didn't know that this was tuberose. Is that right, Adeline? Is the smell? What I did know is that 3 separate times in my life, I have been walking in the woods and I have smelled this smell, and I have verbally exclaimed about how it was the best thing I've ever smelled. And all 3 times, tuberose. Okay, all 3 times I have walked around a corner to discover a porta potty, and that this smell, the tuberose smell, was coming from a urinal puck. So I am really happy to replace my love of this smell, and I can say Holy Lotus is my favorite smell, and not random urinal pucks in the woods, because that's gross, but also smells amazing. So, my second, it is gross, but wouldn't you rather it smell like tuberose than feces? I mean, I would choose the first one. My next product favorite is Glow. The label's got a little bit of water damage on it, but this I've had for like 3 months, I think, and I don't know if you can tell how much I still have left in it. I spot treat with it, so I don't do my whole face. I just do my dark spots. Madeline, it is just weird, but, you know, embrace your weird. Hi, Jennifer! You chose an interesting story to join me on. I do this on my dark spots and my scars, so I keep it, it lasts a really long time. And then my third is Camellia Gold. I thought I would not dig the smell, but it's amazing, and I want it to be my perfume. The gold is just, it's like a glitter party on my face, and I own a lot of glitter in my life, and now I own it in my beauty products too, so that's fitting. Well, I feel you, Natalie. Weird as my people too. This is a beauty oil, so I use it often as my moisturizer. In the summer, I use it as my moisturizer after my serums. Like 2 drops, and that was like everything. My face, my décolleté, everything. Glitter is life. So those are my favorites right now, but I find it really hard. I love the Camellia Gold mask for the same reason of the smell, but also the texture and the brightening is insane. Jennifer, which one do you want me to try on? The beauty oil? Too glittery? Oh no, it's not too glittery, and I'm happy to try it on for you. I wear it to work. 1, 2, so that's 2 drops I just put in my hand. I'm gonna screw it on so I don't kill myself. I rub it like this, and then like 2 drops is plenty for my chest and my neck. So I don't know if the light is great enough for you to see. Uh-oh, I'm gonna have to shimmy. If you can really see, it does catch the light, but not in like you were at a rave yesterday kind of way. It's a subtle inner glow. Here, I'll rub the rest I have on my face. It's just, oh my god, it smells so good. Okay. Tang, I embrace your weirdness. I love it. So, and you can even see on my hands. Can you see that? How it's like, woo, it's just a real subtle. No one's gonna think that like you stole your daughter's makeup and are wearing it. Gretchen, I just put on Camellia Gold, just a little bit of it. Jennifer asked me to demonstrate that, and uh-oh. Courtney, you're hysterical. And Madeline, I agree. You know, this is like glow on top of glow. It is, it's excessive because all of us have this inner glow going on from our amazing skin. But if you want a little extra, then go for it. And the smell is, like I said, not gonna let you down. Okay. Emily, I'm glad. Camellia Gold. try the sample. The sample lasted me for 3 months, and that was during the summer when I was using it every day. I'm not currently using it every day right now, but oh my god, we should totally have a giant sleepover party. It would be amazing, Adeline, to have a party where we're all watching the same movie and we just comment on it, something that is universally awesome, like Strictly Ballroom or a musical, and oh my god, we should do that. Okay. Katie, you're asking, is it floral? Yes and no. I am not a floral lover. It's a hint of floral, but it's, I don't know the right terms. It's not on the sweet side for me. It's more on the sort of ambery spectrum of smells. I don't know if that is at all helpful, but yeah. If it was super floral, like there was a bouquet of flowers in here, I wouldn't use it, because that's not my thing. Okay, if I won the lottery, which SB products would I have? Well, obviously, like Hang said, all of them. What I guess my favorite are the masks, and I would like just have full sizes of every mask there is. Because of the timing element of it, it forces me to like sit down and, well, it doesn't force me, but I choose that time usually to sit down and read a book or drink a glass of wine. I mean, I do sometimes mask while I'm bathing my daughter, or a mask while I'm doing laundry, but it just had that timing element. I was like, oh, I can sit down for 20 minutes. I can do that. And immediate results. So that's another thing that I like about it, is that it's just like, boom. I am not going to say a porta potty again. Okay, I scared people with that story, but my sister can prove that I'm not insane, and that really did happen, and it really did smell good. So I also, addendum to that story, told it to a friend of mine who works in the chemical industry, and she offered to sell me the chemical that they put in urinal pucks, because that's how they sent it. I turned her down, but it's good to know. It's good to have friends in the right places. How long do my mask samples last? I think the shortest mask sample has been maybe like 6 masks, but I get more out of almost all of them. So I'm usually getting around 10 or 12 masks out of a sample, which is a lot. It's way more than like a traditional sample. I mask on average probably 4 or 5 times a week. I usually always get them in on the weekends, and then there's some on the weekdays. And the other day I did a stealth one in the morning, and that was my first morning mask, and it was glorious. Jennifer, I don't think it's a supposed to. There's, most of them say like twice a week. It's as your skin allows, and I just love it so much that, I have enough samples that I could do it every day of the week and still alternate them enough. So I wouldn't be doing the same one back to back. Yeah, if you're feeling sensitive, then I would take a break. If you have like Nourish oil, that would be a good soothing oil mask, or Calm Cream, or the Dream Mask is also really, really gentle. And Adeline answered your question there too. She says 2 times a week is recommended, 4 to 5 times is amazing, daily's even better. Madeline, a stealth mask is when you're doing it like out in public. So you're masking, but no one knows you're masking. Nourish oil mask is easy to do that with. Dream, because it's not obvious. You're not walking out with like a Camellia Gold face. Amy, I wish. Oh my god. I have on occasion done back to back. Like if I do one that I feel is drying. Last night I did, what'd I do? I spot did Bethany, and then I did a Nourish mask because I saw a bunch of, it wasn't whiteheads. It was kind of like what Marissa said she had happen after Pete. I saw a bunch of white dots coming up, and so I was like, let's get those out of my face. But I also started that by accident, which is probably hormonal because my period's gonna start, and that always happens. But I will say, since starting Sabbatical Beauty, that my hormonal acne has become way more like tiny little whiteheads that last a day or two, and not giant red mounds that last 2 weeks and then I have discoloration from. So it's a huge difference. Ooh, Amy is increasing my list of stealth masks. You can Holy Lotus out in public? I feel like people will think something's wrong with me. Madeline, so yeah, I did a Bethany is not a scrub mask. It's, I don't think it's called a scrub mask, but I could be wrong. It's the charcoal mask. And then I did the Nourish afterwards. Ooh, we could do like one of those scavenger hunts that, oh, the guy from, oh my God, I'm just losing all my words. The two brothers who fight demons. Oh, I'm not gonna remember it. Anyways, you could do a scavenger hunt and have people do things that are weird, and one of them could be detox mask. Okay. Enough of that. I have no idea how long I've been going for because I can't see a clock, and next time I watch, see me? Oh, I'm back. That was weird. Okay. I don't know what happened. Can you... Hopefully there's still things going on, but I just got this weird like purple streaks down the side of my screen, and it was just like zoop, zoop. Hopefully all is good. And I'm losing people, so maybe, oh, you're gone. What happened? Can anyone give me a shout out to see if you're still here? Okay, I'm gonna keep going. But it seems like maybe I lost you. Two truths and a lie. And this is the best part, because I was thinking about it all day of what are my two truths and a lie going to be. And it was really hard to come up with ones I thought would trick you. Okay, so this game, I'm going to tell you 3 things. 2 of them are true. 1 of them is a lie. You're going to write in comments which one you think is the lie. And then tomorrow we're going to pick a winner from the people who got it correct. Caitlin, this is not, you can't play this game. That's not fair. Okay. And for some reason my comment screen went away, which is really weird. I don't know. There we go. You're back. Okay. Yay! Okay, I'm so sorry. My screen went purple. It was very pretty, but my screen went purple, and then... Okay. Katie, thank you. Courtney, thanks. Adeline, so sorry. Okay, so I'm going to rephrase that in case you guys missed what I was saying. Okay. 2 truths and a lie. 1 is a lie, 2 are truths. And now someone's saying the sound stopped. Okay. Anyone else? Before I do this, should I start all over again, Adeline? Let's see. I'll make a note. I'll ask. Let's see. Oh, Courtney says she can still hear. Hayne says they can still hear. Okay, I'm going. Okay. The first thing is I started going gray when I was 16. So that's the first thing. The second thing is that I have been to England 3 times. I made notes because I was going to remember. The third thing is I have owned 15 cats in my life. So which one is true, or which 2 are true, which one is a lie? Put it in the comments, and then we'll pick a winner, and the winner will get a gift card, thanks to Adeline's generosity. So I'll do it one more time for those people who maybe lost me and came back. But the 3 things are: I started going gray when I was 16. I've been to England 3 times. And I've owned 15 cats my entire life. So let me know. It was hard to pick. I kept thinking of things and be like, no, that's not great. Okay. So while you guys think about that, Adeline, you can totally win. Just give yourself a gift card. Caitlin can't win, though. My sister is completely not able to play this. Okay. What am I looking forward to in the spring box? I think what I'm most excited about is the Lotus Mist. It's supposed to help oil control, and that is always an issue with me. It's also anti-aging, which, bring it on. And I have never used a mist before. I feel like in this climate, it's especially refreshing to use mists. And anytime I can like keep my greasy hands off my face is exciting. So I'm really looking forward to that. I've never tried the blush beauty oil. Yeah, Adeline, just give yourself a gift card. Hi, Rachel. It's gorgeous for one, and I never would have thought about putting oil on my face until joining SB, and now that I realize how amazing it is, I want to try it all. So I'm really excited about that. And of course the tinted lip moisturizer is always exciting. I never wear lipstick because I feel, well, part of it's because it wears off and then you get that like lipstick ring around the outside of your lip and you look crazy pants, and I'm never diligent enough to like go back and keep it looking great. So I'm excited. Treat yourself, Adeline. Rose gold lip tint. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, speaking of rose gold, I was talking to my stylist today. I just got my roots done, and I might have just given something away. And I was talking about how I want everything in my life to be rose gold, and she told me they just came out with a shampoo that turns your hair rose gold, and she had done it. She showed me pictures of it. It was amazing. And next time I get my hair done, we're gonna put in more highlights and rose gold it, and I cannot wait. Okay, so that's pretty much my spiel. I read online that if you might see a follow button on your screen, and if you push it next time I go live, you'll get a notification. So if that's something you're seeing, then do that by all means. We will pick a winner tomorrow, I believe. Adeline, let me know if that is not true. But I'll pick from the winners, and actually you're all winners. I will pick from those who correctly guessed. And sorry, Hane. And then you'll get a gift card, and who doesn't want that? And then I'll be back sometime soon, talking with all you lovelies. This has been so much fun, and thank you for staying with me with the weird whatever happened, and I'm glad you guys got to finish this with me. Adeline says yes, tomorrow we'll choose the winner. And I think that's it. Any questions for me before we all go do our own things? Thank you, Natalie. I'll happily take questions. Hey, and you did do it to yourself, so. Hi, Quinn. I'm sorry I didn't see you join us. Love you too, Adeline. Okay, well, we'll give it like 30 more seconds, and if no questions pop up, then I'll say goodnight. And as Fiona does, she always doing that now, and we shall meet again soon. Thank you, Katie and Caitlin. Thanks, Courtney. Okay. Hi, Amy. Good night. Good night, everybody, and I think I have other recorded spots to go watch now, too, so I'll go do that and get to know even more. Night, Rachel. Bye. This is me signing off. See you later.